Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Stacy with Crafty Dragon Creations, and today I have a new kit reveal. I'm pretty excited about this kit. It's nothing to do with July or summer or Independence Day or any of that. I wanted to do something totally different for this month. This is also going to be the kit used for my design team project. So down below will be a code where you can go and get this kit for 30% off. So let's take a look. So it's called Under Lock and Key. So as you can see from the preview, it's going to be full of keys and locks and some steampunky kind of stuff, but lots of grunge. So I am loving it. All right, so here is a collage page that comes in the kit. So it can be used for whatever you want. It can even be used for a journal page. I've printed this twice. Here is a pattern paper. It's got some locks and keys and stuff on it. I printed two of those. And here's another pattern paper. And then here we start the actual pages. Now, these are, they printed with a border. So they're a little bit smaller than your 8.5 by 11. And these are printed on 24-pound paper. And I printed front and back. So here's one of the pages. And then there's a backing page. Oops, I need to trim that off. But there's a backing page. Here's another one. I just love these middle plates. There's a writing page. And there's this one. Kind of see like the scroll type in the background. And there's that backing page. There's 5 different backing pages. There's this one. I kind of tried to make it look like that was going through the paper. So that was pretty fun. There's that backing page. And there's this one. And there's that backing page. Sorry for the glare. This is printed on a laser printer, so it's kind of shiny. And there's this page. Backing. I love these turquoise colored, patinaed locks and stuff. There's that one. We're getting into the same backing pages here, so there's that one. And that one. See all the different little gears hanging on the lock there. That was fun to do. That one. Love this. Love that background. That one. And this one can be, of course, a writing page. And then there's that one. So that's all the journal pages. The ephemera I've already cut out, but I'll show you. There's quite a bit, actually. So here's some of here's a pocket. This could be a pocket or a journal card. We have the viewfinder. Have another big lock. These can be pockets or journal cards or whatever you wish to make them. I did a bingo card. And then there's 2 envelopes. And then there's lots of tags and ephemera that I've already cut up, and they're all in this bag. So you'll, I'll pull out some of them, but you'll kind of see as I play with them. There's a big lock and a couple keys, some tickets, all the tags. Here, we'll just, there's all kinds of little cutouts and all kinds of stuff, some journal plates, more locks, oops. So, just all kinds of fun. Here's some of the tags. So, lots of fun. You'll see more as I play with the kit. But like I said, you can get this kit for 30% off using the code that's linked below. I gotta tell you guys, I was just gonna make kind of a simple project for the design team project, and as I was cutting all this out, I was just getting so many ideas. So I'm probably gonna do a full-blown journal, but I think it'll be super fun. I'm gonna use lots of hardware and grunge stuff, and yeah, this will be very fun to play with. So I'm super excited. I do also want to show you some additional papers I'm going to use. I had all this nicely organized, and I gotta put it all back in there. Okay, so for some additional papers, I'm going to use this. This is from a big plat book that I have for Jackson County, Missouri. This has been coffee dyed. These papers are actually 11 by 17, so it's one big huge paper, and I just cut it into thirds just to have some different sizes in there. And then I have just some packaging paper. These will be pages, and they're different sizes, and they're torn, and so there's that. And then I have this kind of packaging paper, which is, the color is a little different. So, and this is, I think, a little bit thicker than this, so that should be fun to use. And then I have this packaging paper, which is the kind of paper you get when you go to stores and buy something breakable and they wrap it. That's what this is, and it apparently had faded some where it sat in the store, so I thought that was awesome. So I have those 3 pages. And then I don't know if I want to add any more, but if I do, I have this Greater Kansas City street map guide, so I might use some of this, or even just, you know, a page like this with all the street names. And then I have some other stuff. I really need to tea dye some papers, so I want to do that. But these I will, you know, decorate up and grunge them up some more before I put them in the journal and get started with that. So there is my kit reveal. Again, I'll show you wherever the main, there it is. Called Under Lock and Key. 30% off using the code down below. And yeah, we'll get started on making a journal. All right, so first thing I want to do is spruce up my papers here. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I don't really have plans. I just know I want them spruced up. Okay, so let's just start with this one. And I think what I'll do is I'll take some weathered wood and speckled egg, and let's see, some rusty hinge, and I don't know, maybe some shabby shutters. I thought I had peacock feathers, that might work. I thought I had what's that called? It's this patina, salvage patina, but I don't. I think I do though have a spray, so maybe that will suffice. Here I have some, oh, I have a paint, so maybe that'll work. That'll be good. Let's see. Mermaid Lagoon. I don't really know what that looks like, but see, we have tarnished brass. Oh yeah, here's some salvage patina. There's not a lot in there, so we'll see. And I thought yeah, here's some rusty hinge spray. Okay, so let's play with these for a little bit and see what we come up with. So let's take some rusty hinge. As you can see, I have gloves on because this stuff is messy. Do I need to clean it? I think I need to clean it. So we're just gonna do this. Then I'm going to smoosh it on there. There we go. Now let's do the other side. This is still kind of getting everywhere, but all right. Okay. So I can kind of pick up what oversprayed here. There we go. All right, so I need to clean that. I wonder if this one will work. Come on. Okay. Now I'm gonna need to let these papers dry for quite a while because this oxide does rub off. Okay, that's good. All right. Kind of clean that up a little bit. And then let's spray a little water. See if we can get that oxidation kind of going. Okay. So there's that one so far. All right. Let's set this over here. Let's do another one. See, this time, I'm just kind of spray it on my mat here. There's no rhyme or reason to any of this. Just grunging it up as best we can. We need more on this side. Come on, come on. Okay. There we go. Well, actually, might be easier just to do this. Let me clean this up first so I don't mix them. That may be a little much. This is going to be a very rusty page here. But that's okay. That is what we want. Okay. So you can see we got some good mix there. I don't know how well you can see that, but that is looking good. All right, so I'm gonna place that to the side here, and I'm going to let's take one of these. Probably not going to see this rusty hinge on here that well, but maybe good enough. All right, let's do a little bit more. Okay. Let's kind of mix it up here. All right. Tend to forget about the corners. I gotta get those too. Okay. Set that over here, clean this up some more. And let's do a little speckled egg. I don't know how well this is gonna show up, but we're gonna find out. I probably should let this dry, but I'm kind of curious to see what happens here. Okay, so we'll leave that one. Set that over there, and clean this up. And don't worry, I'm going to be doing more to these. So let's try the peacock feathers. And let's do it on one of these. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's see if we can get a little bit more here. This paper's pretty thin, so I don't want to tear it. There we go. And then let's add some let's see, ground espresso. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Okay. I'm digging that. Let's see. Let's try some shabby shutters. And since this is kind of a light color, I'll do it on one of these as well. All right, let's do just a little bit more. Okay, and then let's also add some ground espresso. Actually, let's try a spray, and let's do brushed corduroy. And this is a stain, so it's going to pretty much stay like that. I really need some kind of, I want a spray box, but I just need to make me one. Okay, so let's turn that over and do a little on this side. There we go. I think that'll do. Okay. And I am stacking these papers on top of each other, so they're probably going to get blended, which will be great. I am not concerned with that. All right, let's try one of these. Let's try this. Oh wait, I have Salvage Patina stain, so let's try that. Yeah, I don't know how well this is gonna show up on this brown color. I imagine not very well. Let's try the rusty hinge. Whoops. Okay, well, but we just kind of spread it on there. Don't want to waste it. Okay, do some on this side. There we go. Better close that up before I make a bigger mess here. Okay, and then let's also try some of this mica spray. I don't know how well it's gonna show up on here, but let's try. Oh, it's sparkly, that's for sure. You see the sparkle? Okay. All right. We're gonna go with that. Very cool. I'm not gonna stack this one, so let me put this on another table. Okay, so that was the tarnished brass. I believe I have, Yeah, some antique bronze. So let me shake this up. Okay, so we're gonna do this little piece here. Very nice. You can see it sparkling already. Turn it over. Okay. I also have brushed pewter. Let's just see how well these mix. Okay. Looks a little bit better in person. I know there's kind of a glare for you guys. I think it looks kind of cool. Definitely some mixed metallics in there. All right, I'm gonna leave this one for now until that dries. All right, let's see. Clean this up. All right, I have a little bit of walnut stain left, so let's do that. Ooh, dark. I don't even need to do the other side. Pretty dark. Okay, and then let's try some of the salvaged patina with that. Okay, so let that dry. And I'm not even gonna clean that up for now. We're just gonna carry on. Let's try spiced marmalade. Maybe that'll kind of give the rusty look on this brown paper. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Some darker spots. Very nice, very nice. Let's add some tarnished brass. Okay. That looks really rusty, and that spiced marmalade was a good choice. All right, 2 more and we'll be done. Let's get some of this. Let's see. kind of using it like a rag. All right, we'll leave that. Let's do some brushed corduroy. There's some of that mica still on there, so that's fine. I'll kind of get around the edges here. Kind of want some dark spots. There we go. Let that kind of sink in there. Oh, these are going to be great. Lovely. All right. Oh, I had 3 more. Sorry. Let's do some salvage patina. Okay. Let's do some rusty hinge on this side. All right. There's that one. Okay, one more. Let's try some peeled paint. This may be too green. I wonder if we sprayed some red on it. Kind of seeing if it would go brown, but I don't know about that. Let's see, what can we do? Let's try the marmalade. Okay, I may have to get another piece of paper. I was just curious, you know, wanted to see what it would look like. Come on. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna get. So I'm gonna let this dry and see how it comes out. I may get another piece of paper, but yeah. Okay, I'm going to dry all these pages and then I will come back and show you how they turned out. Okay, these are pretty much dry, so I wanted to show you. And they're a little bit more vibrant off camera, but I think you'll kind of get the idea. I think some of them came out super cool. I think I'm also going to put like a layer of like spray Mod Podge over these, because those oxides, you know, like to come off, and then the mica sprays, I think, yeah. So I think putting on a layer of spray Mod Podge will help. I don't really plan on writing on these, so they're just more, you know, background pages for other stuff. I like that where you can see the speckles. There's this one. So I'm pretty pleased with how they came out. I'm probably gonna go back and do some stamping and stuff just to add a little extra stuff. Now this is that one that I did the green and then the red, and I think it's okay. I think I'm gonna put it in there and see how it looks, but I think it'll be okay. So there we have it. There's those pages, and after I get them kind of sealed and possibly like I'm going to seal them and then maybe do some stamping and other stuff on them, and then I'll probably show those off in the next video. All right, so that is it for this one. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching me play with sprays and inks and get messy. Yeah, like I said before, there's a code for this kit down below. You can get 30% off now through August 31st. So after August 31st, it will not work. But yeah, go have some fun. Come join my Facebook group, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I really appreciate your support, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.